Hi everybody, it's Witchy Mom. Would you like to see what I made today? I'm gonna have to get some because they're still hot. I need to show you how to make it because I don't have a stove. I only have a 1-burner pot and I had to do everything in sections. If I had a stove where I could have my brine boiling and no, I couldn't do it. But what I did is I chopped up a bunch of cucumbers, not regular cucumbers, the pickling ones, but these were those little skinny ones. They're like the long green ones you see. And I cut them up, and I don't know how many was there. I buy these packages, and it's like 5 in a package, and I had bought in like 5 packages, so that would be 20 little pickles. They're probably, I don't know, 6 inches long, give or take. And I cut off the little ends, and I discard those, and you cut off the cucumbers about a 1/4 inch apart. 2 onions, I cut them into like half moon, half circles, and that's when I added my sesame, some garlic clove, peppercorn, some sugar, some vinegar, and I made bread and butter pickles. I ended up with 6 jars. Travis,
what?
Your phone is ringing out here in my living room.
What?
He has this weird, he put in a light bulb in my fan. Apparently it's a Bluetooth light bulb. What the heck that means, I don't know. So he's down there on his PlayStation game, and he's hooked it to his phone. So when it rings out here. My light bulb is ringing. It's the weirdest thing. I'll hear voices. Do you know how weird it is to be sitting here going, "Hey, hi, how you doing? Long time no talking to you." Who is that? Then I don't know where it came from right away. It's so weird. But anyways, back to my butter. Now I get bread and butter pickles. I made 6 jars. Don't they look good? See the peppercorn and the mustard seeds, the pickles and the onions. Well, these got cooled down. They've already went pop. So then on top of that, we each had one. As you know, they were still hot, but we each had one. And then I had a jar full of just their juice, what they call the brine. And we all took a little sip. Oh my God. Tastes just like bread and butter pickles. So apparently, I must have did a good job because it tastes like bread and butter pickles. So I called my brother, and he loves these pickles. So I told him, I says, "Got a present for you." I told him I made some bread and butter pickles, but they gotta cool down right now. They're hot, and then I'm gonna put them in that pantry that I made. Remember, I took my little bedroom, and I turned it in, I put shelves in there, the deep freezer in there, and I'm making like a pantry, and I keep it dark in there, and as we can foods or preserve some food, put it in when I use oxygen absorbers, And my coffee and sugar, I have that machine where you seal it and you vacuum it, all the air out of the bags. So I keep all that in my pantry that I'm doing. And I said, I'm not going to go hungry again. I don't like being hungry. When we did that thing a few months back, about a year ago, when no matter where I went, I couldn't find any food. And for 5 days, we ate nothing but freaking candy and junk. I said, no, I'm not doing that again. So I'm to the point where we eat pickles, but I can't afford to buy them. They're just too expensive. So I just made my own. I got 6 jars of bread and butter pickles. I'll put them away. Hopefully maybe next week I'll get a little bit more money and I'll go buy some more pickles, and I'll make some dill pickles because my daughter Shark Girl loves dill pickles. I like bread and butter pickles, and I want to make some gherkin pickles, but I'm not too sure what kind of pickles you use to make baby gherkins. So, because one thing I like is my mom used to make these sandwiches every time we had parties. She would take big chunks, not bologna, in sandwiches, but she'd go to the counter where they cut the meat and she'd buy this huge chunk of bologna. And then she'd get a jar of baby gherkins. And we had this, I got it now, this machine that you hook to the table. And you put the bologna in there and you grind it. And you grind it all together. And it makes pickle and bologna sandwiches. I love that stuff. So I'm going to learn to make some baby gherkins. And like I said, I want to get me a pressure canner. Because I want to get some bologna and see if there's a way we could save lunch meat. I want to do some chicken and I don't know. Right now all I can do is make what I can because I have a water canner. But it makes it so hard because I don't have a stove. All I have is one of those electric little single burners, and that takes forever. So I have to boil my jar to boil my water. I have to boil my water to boil my jars, so I can, sterilize them. Then I had to make the brine. The vinegar and the sugar and all the little spices. But I cut the tomatoes. I cut the cucumbers and onions, and I put them in a colander. I set the colander in the water in a bigger bowl, and I threw 3/4 cup of canning salt, mixed it all around, and I set that out to the side, and it had to sit there for like 2-3 hours. And it gets the salt draws all the moisture, because you want all that water out of the pickles and the onions. And then after 2-3 hours, you strain off that juice, and then you rinse off all the salt. And they really taste good. I wish I could pack up a bunch of them and just mail everybody I know a little jar. But I can't do that. And then my son's like, Mom, if these come out really good, we can make a whole bunch, and I'll go up on the corner and sell them for like $5 a jar. I was laughing at him. I'm like, all the work it took and all I got was 6 jars. I would make, if they sold, do you know how many pickles I would have to buy and prepare? And I would definitely need bigger pots and more than just a single pot stove. But it worked. I love them. I think they did really good. Right now they're really still hot. That's why I have to Well, this one's starting to cool down. There's another jar. And that looks so good. Look at that. 6 different jars. And they look good. And I drank the juice. It's perfect. Now these have got to sit on a shelf. After they cool down, I'm going to put them in the pantry. And they've got to sit on a shelf for about 3 to 4 weeks before you can really open them and start enjoying them. Because you want it to really, I don't know if you call it ferment or just, I don't know the word. So it could all get all in the juices and get activated. I don't know. But, I mean, you can open them right now. But they taste better if you give them a 3 to 4 week rest period before you open them. So that's what I plan on doing. So, but then even after that, because I canned them this way, and then I put them in a water bath canner and I boiled them for 10 minutes, they'll last a long, long time. So, I'm proud of myself. I made bread and butter pickles. Now, as soon as they cool down, I hate these flies. Can't stand them. But as soon as these cool down, I gotta write the dates on the lids and put a little label, a sticker label on them that says bread and butter pickles. And then, like I said, I'll be making some, try to make dill pickles. So, and if I get a chance and I can get like a better way to cook them, maybe buy another little electric burner thing, then maybe I can make them again and show you how I made them, step by step, how I did everything. But that's just what I did all day today. So hit the like button, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and Witchy Mom loves you guys. You know I do. So bye. I love you.